Hi, I'm Joachim Linde and welcome to my channel Messering Around. This channel will focus on Lecküchner's Messer, but as messer fencing isn't the only HEMA I do, there might be other fencing videos posted here from time to time. On this channel I will post things like drills that I find useful, sparring, test cutting, and occasionally equipment reviews. If that's the kind of content that you're interested in, go ahead and subscribe. You can also request content in the comments. My primary HEMA background is Longsword. There are very strong connections between Lichtenauer Longsword and Lecküchner's Messer. More on that a little bit later. I am trying to leverage my longsword background in order to develop my understanding of Lecküchner's Messer. But I expect this to lead me astray from time to time, as despite the connections, langmesser is not a longsword. My own interest in langmesser got started a couple of years ago while reading the Peter Falkner manuscript. Almost by accident, I kept on reading after the longsword section and ended up in the messer section. The cat stars seemed suspiciously familiar to me. Shortly after that, I learned just how much material there is in Lecküchner's Messer, and that I hadn't imagined the connections to longsword. I've been primarily using Forgang's translation of Lecküchner's work, link in the description. While there are translation choices that bug me, it is still pretty good, and the paperback edition is quite inexpensive. In this video I won't go into any detail about Lecküchner himself, or the different versions of his fencing manuscripts, but I will give a brief overview of what's in there and how it relates to longsword. Lecküchner's Messer has a lot of material, over 400 pages and many illustrations, almost one per page. Lecküchner has used one of the Lichtenauer longsword sources as a template, probably due to Lev. This is a really good translation of that, link in the description. The Lecküchner's Messer has the same main headings as the longsword sources, plus a few extra ones, plus extra wrestling. The text is structured in the same way, with verse plus an explanation of that verse. You will find versions of the familiar 5 master strikes from longsword, but adapted for Messer and given new names, except for Sornhau, which is still Sornhau. There's also been more wrestling added. You will also find versions of the 4 familiar guards, again adapted for Messer and again given new names. You will also find even more wrestling. Given that there's so much material, Lecküchner will actually sometimes go into more detail on longsword concepts than the longsword sources do themselves. Also, did I mention the wrestling? There's a lot of wrestling here. Almost half of the manual is wrestling in one form or another. There's a wide variety of techniques. Everything from risk minimization in self-defense in a 15th century German context to pure show techniques like the backgammon lock, or how to stuff someone into a sack. Did the manual need quite all of the variants, counters and counter-counters that it has? Probably not, but there's a lot of inventiveness and playfulness in all of this variety that I really enjoy. That's it for now. I hope I've explained why you should be interested in Lecküchner's Messer and this channel. Bye.